and welcome to the show tentatively called the Jelly Deal Gang. My name's Sara and I am the GM of this game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Joining me today are...
Becs Watson playing Jaz Vell, the scoundrel.
Jen Blundell playing Juniper Poutine, the devoted.
And Helen Gaffney playing Tiddles, the beast.
So, last time we saw a trio of disaster lesbians, they were tasked with infiltrating the author's publisher in order to obtain evidence of tax avoidance as a last-ditch effort to sway the upcoming election. Tiddles created a rather feral distraction which allowed for Juniper and Jaz to sneak in with their hacker associate, Static Vector. However, when the author herself made an unscheduled trip to the building, plans changed quickly. Tiddles revealed her full beast form, a formidable manticore, which drew the attention of the private security force, while Jaz went to intimidate the author on the roof before making a badass exit. Meanwhile, Static's hacking revealed not only evidence of tax avoidance, but also ties the author had to a far-right religious group seeking to destroy the whole LGBTQ+ community. The victory was short-lived though, as Static took the data and demanded a much steeper price than before.
Oh damn!
You missed out the kissing bit.
Oh, the kissing.
Well,
Also,
you know,
a smooch.
A smooch.
well,
A smooch was had.
They can go back and listen to it again if they want to relive that glory.
And Becs' imminent cringing.
Yeah. I got real flustered about it.
You did. I noticed.
I don't know what you expect, bringing Kristen Stewart into it like
I know,
that.
this is unfair. It's unreasonable, really.
She did it on purpose. She warmed us up with the video before.
Yeah.
And
Warmed us up.
we didn't have any pre-podcast horny chats today, so maybe we're only going to have like midnight mass and monks
Oh no.
infiltrating this game. We'll find out.
You bring a sexy monk into this. I was going to say lady monk, but that is a nun, isn't it?
Lady monk. She's a nun.
Nuns,
Lady
nuns
monk, she's a
inherently
nun.
sexy. And now this bit can't be cut.
Shit!
So we pick up and you hear the sound of sirens blaring towards you as fire engines zoom down the street in the direction of the publishing office. The fire alarm and subsequent evacuation of the building provided perfect cover for you all to slip out unnoticed, leaving only indelible impressions upon three people: a soaked-through copy editor, a fanatical security guard, and the author herself. While you are not in any immediate danger, it's probably not wise to stay in this area long. So, where would you like to go to regroup and collect your thoughts? You could go back to your ship, or you could go to the library, or you could go anywhere in the city.
I think we know where Becs wants to go.
Well, I came out of the building at a bit of a run, if I recall, and kind of grabbed these two in a, we need to go. Where's your friend? We need to go. Junie, where's Static? We need to go.
She's gonna meet up with us later.
Fine.
She's got coffee emergency.
Sure, then let's get out of here, and I will drag them, without consulting them,
Great.
towards the river.
Right.
To hop a water taxi.
Water taxi!
Jaz's preferred mode of transport. Would you like to pay for the water taxi, or would you like to No, of course not. So do you try and jump on while it's in motion, or do you go to a water taxi rank?
No.
While it's in motion. Great.
Oh, damn.
There's a bridge, right? Near the publishers, if I recall?
Yes, yeah. So you
straight off the bridge.
cross onto the middle of the bridge and then jump down. It's like a Chicago bridge, so it's not super high up. It's an appropriate height to get down onto the water taxi. But I'm just going to need one defy disaster roll from you, Jaz.
Sure.
And this is like you're rolling for everyone. This is whether you make it.
Sure.
If I end up in the water, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, end of this friendship.
Roll plus daring, because I think it's quite courageous to jump off a bridge.
Did you roll 2 1s?
I rolled 2 1s.
Oh!
I knew it! I saw your face.
A very easy downbeat for me to play out as the water taxi just moves out and you splash directly into the river below. Again, this is a satellite city. This river is so superfluous. It's only for aesthetic designs.
Does that mean it's clean?
Yes, it's it's very clean water, so it's not like you're drinking in toxic chemicals and just pollutants. But at the same time, you are all now... To be fair, Jaz, you were already quite wet from the sprinklers.
Yeah,
and
true.
Maybe you were wet in other ways from your interactions with... What? Huh?
No comment.
Who?
No comment.
You mean perspiration?
Yeah.
Of
Exactly.
course, what else? This is a
Filth.
family podcast.
Absolute filth. Sure, a family podcast.
A family podcast.
Family podcast where we can say cunt.
Yes, and
In an ASMR style.
Is there any other kind of family podcast? But you float, you bob sort of like sadly in the river until another water taxi drives past, and then you can just clamber your way up.
Do we just grab onto the back like the bumper of the water taxi and just drag along in the water?
I'm very definitely trying to get back in that. I'm like yowling.
Oh no.
You know, all that sort of stuff. Because I'm deeply displeased by this. I'm going to be mad at Jaz for some time, if I wasn't already.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, not my best move, but I had a bit of a time, okay? I just jumped off a building after looking the author directly in the eyes.
Oh my god.
So you jumped off a building and then you decided the best plan was to then jump again.
Listen, jumping off the building went incredibly well. I was on a roll. I got arrogant. What can I
see
say?
that.
The higher they jump, the harder they fall.
I will say, because this Defy Disaster failure affected all of you, you can all mark XP
Oh, great.
for this failing.
I've got to be honest. I think I've been randomly marking XP sometimes. I've got
listen.
4 already. So if I mark another, then in theory I've got 5, and I'm not entirely sure they're all legit, but...
I don't know. I think you might have failed a lot last session. Who can say?
Yeah.
I haven't marked any, but then again, that may just be my complete incompetence of playing.
I've got 2.
Let's be real. I'm good at the roleplay, bad at the actual game section of it.
We're probably just going to bluff the XP at the end of the session and give everyone a new move.
Yeah.
Sure, let's just do it that way.
It's not bluffing. It's milestone leveling, Sarah.
Yes, yes. I for some reason wanted people to know that I knew that if you failed, you got an XP. I wanted to look competent, and that's why I said it. I know what I'm doing. Hi, everyone.
Hey, look, I'm doing the thing.
I know the rules. I'm a good GM. Anyway, you're on the water taxi. Where would you like to go?
To our ship. Does that make sense?
I
Not to
guess
our
so.
ship.
I need a change of clothes.
Yours are torn and wet at this point.
Yeah.
Our ship's at the hangar, right? So
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
we
that's not too
take
bad.
a detour to the night market?
Just for fish.
Just for fish. Well, I've had a very traumatic day.
That's fair. I think Tiddles deserves this.
I've made a dick of myself. I've gone into some water. I need some fish as a reward for this. Quite
What
frankly.
time are we meeting Static Vector, June?
I think I'm going to liaise. Gonna hook up, link in, and coordinate. Virtually in a textual manner to collaborate on a time frame.
I am sensing, Juniper, from you that there is bullshit happening. I would like to hear a 2-word explanation of when you're going to meet.
Later, probably.
Okay, so you haven't set a time. That's what you're
No.
saying, isn't it?
No, I'm gonna message her. I'll do it when we get back because my phone's wet. So, thanks for that. So I do it now, except for my phone's wet. So, I'm not blaming you. It's fine.
What happened with Static when we weren't around?
What happened? Nothing. It's fine. We're just gonna work it out. I think we're kind of not entirely synced up in our vision at the moment, and we just need to realign.
Did you pick up some kind of corporate disease in that office? Because I can almost feel the word synergy about to spill from your
I
lips.
think I did. So I can't explain how being around business people makes me feel. It's just the stink of capitalism, you know?
I imagine it makes you want to press a manger, doesn't it?
Would quite like one of those sandwiches, yeah. Just a little.
Jaz the Lemming, do you think she's bullshitting us right now? I'm just saying, like, because I feel like she's talking shit.
You know, sometimes it's hard to tell with Junie.
Yeah, that's true.
Hang on a second. I'm just going to stand directly in front of Juniper with no space between us, look her directly in the eyes, and say, is this bullshit?
I'm going to make either Jaz or Tiddles roll a figure out a person.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't get no answers from me without rolls.
So, whichever one of you has a higher wit, but you can spend one of your strings to add a +3 to the roll. So I think it'll be very hard for you to fail this roll, honestly.
I have a -1 on wit, so it
okay,
may
I'll roll.
not be me.
Because, I've done really well so far, so... And, sure, I'll spend a string.
You couldn't possibly get another 2 1s, right?
So that's 11.
Nice, that's okay, that'll do the job. Possibly.
See through to my soul.
Yeah, you can ask 2 questions. Actually, yeah, you can ask the questions to Juniper about static. I'll basically just let you say, is this bullshit?
Yeah.
What do you hope to get from bullshitting us? That's my question.
I'm not bullshitting you. I'm just sometimes conserving information in a way that means that you don't hate me.
How could I get you to share that information with us, June? What if I promise that we're not going to hate you? Everyone hates me right now. I just jumped us off a bridge into a river for no reason. I'm happy to be hated right now.
I don't hate you.
But also, it's alright. Tiddles hates me enough for both of you.
Yeah.
But my patience is wearing a little thin, and I'd like to know what's going on.
Okay, that is fair, and I see what you're saying, and it's valid.
Thanks.
I feel that I perhaps misjudged Static slightly. She wants more money. She won't give us the information till she's got more money.
Okay.
She wants all the money.
How much money does she want?
All the money. I think we said we were getting 2,000.
She wanted more, right? She wanted like 5,000.
She wanted 5.
10, I think.
10. Maybe up to, maybe I think she might have said something, just a small amount, like 10,000. Like 10,000 M&Ms. Just 10, like 10. It's fine. It's like, we've got that, right?
Junie, if we sold the ship and all the clothes on our back, we wouldn't have 10,000 M&Ms.
Right.
I mean, the ship, I'm not convinced the ship is worth more than 1,000, really. I mean,
why are we spending 5,000 on repairs then?
No, good point.
Because
I love the ship.
We can't let it go. It's good money after bad.
You're home.
Yeah.
Turns out Marla Parson is just really ripping us off.
So we just...
How much did Krista offer us again? I've forgotten.
3,000.
3,000.
3,000, so not enough then.
No.
So we just go and bop Static over the head until she gives us what she promised to give us.
Violence is never the answer.
Violence is quite often the
Jazz.
answer.
Jazz. Violence is
50%
never
of the
the
time
answer.
is the answer, really.
I'd
in
say
these
up to
scenarios.
65.
I can't be a part of a violent act against a fellow human innocent. So
Juniper.
I believe
Quick.
that
No, hang on, stop.
I think we can
pop quiz.
talk.
Quick
I will
pop
converse.
quiz. No, Juniper.
Synergy.
Quick pop quiz. Define innocent for me.
She's not done anything bad.
No, this
She's
lady.
essentially blackmailing you.
Yeah, she's
No,
trying to get money to
It's a
ruin the
negotiation.
lives of many LGBT people. That's bad things.
I think she said she needed it for charity.
Well,
Maybe
she needed it for a charity.
She
wants it for a coffee shop, and we all know it.
It was negotiated. Maybe they donate a portion of the proceeds. I'm going to talk to her again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I know what's really happening. So I'm just going to converse with her one-on-one.
No.
Face to face,
it's going to be
eye to
3-on-1.
eye.
Just
no, I just
so
please,
we're clear.
can just give me a chance.
No, look, I'm happy for you to have a conversation with her before we beat her up. But we need to be there so that when we know the conversation is going south, we can then beat her up.
Okay, you can... Okay, all right. You can be in the vicinity.
We'll stand 3 to 4 feet back.
Yes.
We'll negotiate the distance back that you stand. Okay. Once I've dried my phone out, I've got some rice back in the ship. It's going to just be like 3 to 4 days. Then I'll be able to text her. That's not too late, is it, right? When's this
How
election
about
again?
we stop off at the night market and get you a burner phone?
Yes.
Oh, that's true. I've got a few of those already.
Then why would you not just use one?
They're all wet.
They were all in this backpack.
Just a whole bunch of Nokias.
I love in the distant future that you still have a bunch of Nokias as burner phones.
What were they? What, Nokia 310s?
Very reliable. How else could you play Snake?
Yeah. Okay, let's stop at the night market, get some fish, get a fresh burner, and then go back and change our clothes.
And then
Excellent.
see static.
And then see static.
Okay.
So the water taxi moves further along the river, and the tour guide goes, if you look out on the right side of the boat, you'll see the Mytilene Sky Tower. And then they clock eyes with you, Jaz.
Uh-oh.
You realize this is just another one of your many enemies. You crossed this boat captain one too many times.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
This big, gruff, bearded man
Ooh.
lumbers up from his seated
I can't
position,
flirt with
dropping. Oh no, I know you can't float your way out of this situation. Drops his tour guide microphone to the ground and starts plodding towards the back of the boat.
Where are we? Hang on, I can't find the map.
The tower is. You're right next to the night market. Now is a good time to make
absolutely.
egress.
I will again grab June and Tiddles. Well, not grab them, just kind of gently usher them and be like, time to go, time to go, time to go, time to go. Now.
Oh,
Immediately.
But
I'll push you if you don't go right now.
off the side?
Yeah.
You want us to go back in the water?
Guess
No,
I'm
I want you to
already wet.
jump off on the way past the dock. It's easy. Do it all the time. Go.
Okay.
We're gonna jump off on the dock.
Wait, Jaz, I think
Okay.
this guy wants to talk to...
As you jump onto the dock, you see this guy waving his big meaty fist like, "Oh, I'll get you, Jaz!"
Blow him a kiss.
Duh.
I should really stop taking water taxis.
They're just so fun.
I just love them. The thing is, if you're on the roof, they can't get up there.
No, impossible.
Can't make you pay for a ticket if they can't reach you.
They could arrest you at some point, though. I mean, that's... Although, if we meet...
Why do you think I was
Officer
running
Sexy again.
away from Mytilene the first time we met?
Just unpaid tickets.
Unpaid water taxi tickets?
Wow.
No wonder that police officer was just like vaguely recognised you. I thought you were some like big criminal. She's
We
like,
got a wanted poster. Unpaid water taxi ticket.
You wouldn't believe. They call me the water taxi bandit.
And by they, you mean that one water taxi captain.
It was always his
and
boat.
the policewoman. Yeah.
Always. All right.
It's quite late at night, so you can head to the night market. It's vibrant, it's bustling, there's people everywhere, there's the smell of intoxicating food from all different corners. But Tiddles can get some fresh fish, or like slightly less fish. Like, the later you get to a night market, the less fresh the fish is, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's a night market, so I'm assuming it only opens at night.
That is true, yeah.
Night market now open from 10 a.m.
Also, like, how fresh can this fish be? Again, an artificial river on a satellite city. It has to have been imported from a different planet.
Surely.
So this fish, it was already past its prime, but it's good enough for you.
Yeah. Fish is fish is fish. Fishier the better. I actually make a beeline to a specific stall that I know gives me a discount because I like my furry face. And I get some.
Do you just put your paws against the counter and just look up like, ow? Like, oh, look, it's Tiddles. Tiddles is back. Hello, Tiddles. Give you little scritches on the top of your head. Oh, you here for some fish, Tiddles? Oh, you cheeky.
Quick question. How can we convey to our listeners that face that Helen just made?
I don't know. I think that's a special treat just for us.
Just for you guys. Not for
just for us.
Just for you guys. I can take a picture of it later.
You can yeah, you just have to imagine.
I'm going to set up an Instagram. It's the only picture I'm ever going to post.
But yeah, this charming fishmonger throws you a few fish. Always happy to see you.
Nice.
And you can head back off on the red line towards the hangar.
I put them in my pockets. Pockets full of fish.
I also grabbed half a dozen burner phones.
Yeah, I was going to say all your burners were destroyed. Sure.
Half a dozen.
There's a stall. There's probably a stall that recognises you as well, and you're like, oh yeah, the usual.
It's a
just get out.
Buy burner phone store.
Yeah.
Just get a bag of assorted burner phones.
You buy them by the pound.
Lucky dip.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a Nokia 360 on this one.
I got a shiny.
A 3210, if you will. Got a shiny.
Yeah, you gotta chase those hollow foils.
Hollow foils.
Hollow foil phone. So yeah. You get back to your hangar. Marla is working diligently. You can notably see an improvement upon the ship from last you saw it.
Less gaffer tape, more real welding.
There's still a way to go, but she lifts her welding visor and gives you a little salute.
So a sheen of sweat
as we wetly schlep our way through the hangar.
If I recall, this ship was in the shape of a woman with a plate, right?
Wait, what?
It was a lady who launched. It was in the shape of a lady, wasn't it, if I recall?
I don't recall that being part of the discussion.
I don't think we've ever established that.
I'm fairly sure.
You've established that right now.
Is it headband?
Yeah, I think it is.
Like, it was like a lady, like, through space with a plate on her
I was very much imagining it
Yeah.
as the starship Bistromath from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it just looks like a small Italian bistro where ladies launch.
Well, no, in my head, I was just imagining that Marla was coming out of the butthole of the lady and going, hello.
Full
where the
body,
engine is, of
anatomically
course.
correct. Yeah, I do think you've got something there. I think we did say it was some sort of like, that's why we called it the ladies who launch.
Maybe we said it had like a masthead.
Yeah, like a masthead. Like, just
Maybe.
just the good bit.
Like a pin-up diner girl ship. Is that what you're telling me?
Basically that's what I was aiming at, mentally.
Wow.
That's what I mentally had. In my brain.
Amazed that Jaz ever agreed to go anywhere with you if that's the case.
Yeah, this is going to be another M&M's scenario where I say yes and then regret it almost immediately when we have to do something dramatic and your ship is shaped like a woman holding a plate. But for now...
Where's the door? How do we get in?
In between our tits, presumably.
Yeah.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely, of course.
Absolutely.
Where else would it be? Because she's reclining almost. Like
It feels like the least aerodynamic ship. She must struggle to leave the atmosphere.
Weirdly, it's not actually. Engineers just can't understand it.
They don't know why, but it works well.
There's just something about the plate at the front.
It just cuts through. And then the tits the air goes around the tits and also the arse. So it's like
also the arts.
Oddly aerodynamic.
Yeah. Aerodynamic.
Well, there's no air in space, so you don't really need it to be aerodynamic, do you?
I mean, you do when you're leaving the atmosphere.
Well, I suppose,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it's a horror show until it's out the atmosphere.
2% of the time you're using it.
The only reason that Marla is constantly fixing it up is it almost entirely burns up every time we enter or leave an atmosphere.
It makes no sense.
This is another time where I wish, like, people listening could see Sarah's exasperated face.
Oh, you
Listen,
leave all of this in? Really?
I know it's your job to agitate me in whatever way you can, and you're doing it fantastically.
Doing a really good job.
But let me just give you
plans.
Hey Jen, let me just give you a clean editing point. So
It's all staying in. It's all staying in.
you get onto the ship and you swap the SIM out of your now absolutely destroyed, water-drenched phone into one of your new holofoil Nokias, and you see it light up with one text, only one. No one else has tried to get in contact with you, but there's one text, and it says, it's very sparse, straight to the point, just says, the night market, 10 a.m.
Okay.
Wrong
Right.
time to go to the night market.
Opening time.
Famously.
We're
Okay.
in space, who's to say what's night and what's not night?
Yeah.
Do we need to explore the possibility that, being a sneaky little bitch, Static Vector may have put into place some fail-safes, assuming that we're going to come and try and beat her up, and that we may actually need to find money?
She is a hacker. That would make sense.
Because also, I have just, recalled that the ship repairs are going to cost 5,000 M&Ms.
We're
Also-
in deep shit.
And obviously, I'm not going to be here. I'm probably going to... But
Let me, maybe I'll just...
it feels wrong for me not to contribute to that at all,
Yeah, that's really kind of you. I know you're always, like, I don't want to... Yeah, this is not... You're just, like, tagging along.
Yeah, just for the ride.
It's
Just for a while.
temporary. So I get
Juniper,
that. That's why we never opened a joint bank account.
Juniper, is it really a good
Yeah,
idea
that's
to
why.
play along with her imagination? She knows she's staying with us. And I just really think
what?
that you're doing more damage pretending
Whoa,
like she's
whoa.
not staying with us. at
Hang
this point.
on. This is it, man. I mean, we've had some good times, but being back here has made me realize that it's time I went my own way again.
Sure.
I like you guys. I do.
Yeah.
I like the ship less, but it's a ship. It goes places. I think it's maybe just time I found a new way to go places.
Jaz, I just want to tell you this now. I have a recording of you saying that exact same thing at every single port we've been at.
No, you don't.
She has a little button. She replays it. Just replays the whole thing.
I think it's just time that I found a new way to go places. Okay, listen.
Look, I'm just saying, I don't think we should let you live in Fantasyland forever. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to be kind here.
Hey,
Shut up.
Everyone's allowed to make their own independent decisions. I don't want to hold you to anything you might have actually said several times, Jaz. It's true, but I respect your autonomy. I appreciate that you did that one time you chipped in for gas. Yeah, there was one time, right? I think you and you've cleaned the kitchen a couple of times.
No.
So I think that kind of...
That was just because, I needed to use it right then.
Okay.
And it was a bit dirty, The same as like that, the repairs I did, those were just because I needed that thing right then. It wasn't for that.
Yeah. So I honestly think you've paid me back. It's fine. It's good. It's time. To be honest, this ship is really only built for 2 people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
to be honest,
exactly.
I was thinking maybe we should downsize anyway. It's a bit expensive to
Yeah,
run.
Exactly.
So.
Now, I'm gonna just going to go change my clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wait for Jaz to leave, and I turn to Juniper and go, you know she's going to be with us forever, right?
I hope so.
You don't need to hope I could tell you with almost 100% certainty that she's not leaving.
You think?
Yeah. I'm proud.
Oh.
I mean, I'd love to tell you she is leaving, but factually, I believe that is not true.
Oh. Cool. That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Are you sure?
I mean, okay, look, here's the thing. If she leaves, I'll stop eating fish forever. How's about that?
Okay.
That's how sure I am.
A cat oath.
I will eat only chicken from now on if she leaves at this occasion.
Right.
I start making sushi. You'd think, as a cat, I would be eating it just raw, but no, I have standards. Weirdly, this is the most dainty I've been.
You don't care about licking your butt in public, but when it comes to preparing your fish, suddenly...
With fish, this is serious now.
It's washing your paws,
I bring out
cleansing
a
the surface.
Bamboo mat.
Yeah.
It's on
Was
my
the
lap and
bamboo
just
mat
sort of-
inside your My Little Pony lunchbox that I feel obliged to remind you about?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, it is inside that. That's my portable sushi kit. Is like
You're just hanging around on street corners, not rolling joints or anything, just rolling sushi.
Rolling sushi. It's cute.
This is how the middle class do.
I'm not some kind of street cat. I have standards.
I think Juniper maybe might have a word with Marla.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, Marla's still back out on the dock working on the ship.
She pops outside. She's like, "Hey, Marla,
Yeah, hey, what up?
working hard or hardly working?" No, you're working hard. I can see that.
Working hard, yeah.
Yeah, you're working really hard. Fixing up the crankshaft, I see.
Sure. Let's say it's the crankshaft.
Yeah, I know. So this ship, right? It's unique. I'd say has a unique selling point.
It's definitely like no ship I've ever seen before.
Yeah,
Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah, I guess. I imagine it has collector's value.
I mean, it's no holofoil Nokia, but I bet someone would appreciate the particular curvatures of this ship. Sure.
And we both look at the boobs and go, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And you both appreciate the boobs. They're a fine set of cans.
Cans.
I saw the regret happen on your face in real time as you said that word.
She's a real mechanic. She is, this Marla. She's got a calendar on the wall of just like
That was in
babes.
character. That wasn't Sarah.
Yeah, sure.
That was Marla.
That was Marla, obviously. She
Marla.
awkwardly talked about the mosquito.
Saying a really regrettable word for press.
Yes. So surely, I think someone would be interested in buying this. Hypothetically speaking, do how much do you reckon we could sell this puppy for?
Right now?
Yeah, I mean, within about 8 hours.
So before the repairs are finished?
I guess you could say it's a vehicle with potential.
I think if you were able to find a buyer, you could probably get 8,000 M&Ms, maybe. Something, I mean, I'm not a ship broker. I don't trade in ships. I just repair them. But the market's not really there for purchases right now. I'm sorry.
Juniper takes a deep breath and then she just brushes the hair back from her face. She goes, "Marla, surely you know someone, right? You've got a girl like you must have connections in this town. someone who might spend 10,000 plus the cost of whatever repairs have been performed so far for a ship with the loveliest cans in the galaxy.
Roll entice for me, Jen, and I hope it fails because I don't think like in fiction, I think it'll be a hard sell.
Oh dear, what do I add?
You add plus heart.
Okay, I've got a 1 for heart. That's a 4. Yeah, the universe said, no, Jen. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she puts her hand on your shoulder and goes, I really am sorry, Juniper. I can sense you're in a bind, and so I'm not going to ask like further questions about how you're going to pay me. I'm going to just finish the repairs, and then we'll figure that out. But I don't think I can help you. Have you considered talking to your contacts in the cause? I'm sure you've got lots of friends there who could help you.
Yeah, it's a great idea. God, I have tons of friends. I'm really popular, actually.
Overhearing, I go, friends.
Yeah. You're right. That's a great idea, Marla. You're smart and everything. As smart as you're beautiful. Okay. I'm just gonna go call them. One of the many ones. Thanks. It was just a casual, hypothetical anyway.
I will say I feel like Juniper has just suffered a emotional blow, both at being unable to sell the ship and being reminded just how little she's respected by her cause. So with 0 to 3 conditions, you can choose to either lash out at someone who regards matters to you, or you can hesitate or stumble, or you can grin and bear the blow and mark 2 conditions.
Ooh, it kind of felt like I was grinning and bearing automatically.
I mean, it might be interesting to see Juniper lash out at someone.
I was going to say,
She's
Jaz
been
is
very
at this
reserved.
moment emerging, having changed her clothes to seemingly exactly what she was wearing before, but in a slightly different colour combination. So everyone's here.
Okay. Okay, so Juniper's like, right, yeah, okay, I'll just go call one of my... You're right, great idea. I'll just go call one of them. One of them will have lots of money and we'll buy this. See you, Marla, thanks for your work. And she walks back up between the beautiful cans onto the ship. Mm-hmm.
All right, so, what are we going to do, guys?
I don't know.
Prostitution?
Seems a bit excessive.
But possible.
I'm going to call that Plan M.
Okay, Plan M. Good. Or Plan P, even.
Sure, Plan P.
Done it before and I'll do it again.
Not going to ask the question. June, any ideas?
No.
Okay.
No. How about you pay me back some of the money that you probably owe me for like 4 years of riding around in my car for free? So, how about that? So that probably amounts to at least, that'd be like a start. So, maybe I won't be so skint right now. And to be honest, Tiddles, kind of, like fish doesn't cut it, really. There's only so much fish I can eat, personally. So how about that? How about you two just go to your bank accounts and you give me some cash?
We literally just had a conversation where you said that you felt like I had paid you back.
Yeah, that was definitely, to be honest, that's on me. Yeah, that one's on me. You're right.
I was under the impression I was always more of a, happy-go-lucky friend-type pet to have around,
Yeah, that's true. That's both of them very reasonable. Very reasonable. I'm just going to go...
I'd argue I'm a sidekick type.
Yeah, you're a sidekick.
Really
That's great.
Carry cash.
Yeah, it's definitely. I've definitely got the money to have 2 sidekicks. I'm just going to go have a long shower in the ship and maybe a poop.
There's no hot water.
It'll be cold and that's fine.
So, Jazz, you any ideas?
I have one, but it's a really bad idea.
Is it jumping off something by any chance?
It doesn't involve jumping off anything, and I didn't really realize June was so upset about the whole thing. I guess she thought Static was a friend.
June thinks everyone is a friend.
She really does. It's a problem.
Mm-hmm. She's always more devoted to other people than she is to herself.
She really is. I have noticed that. But I think I might have been taking advantage of that a little bit, actually. Now that she points it out, it feels like maybe I've very much been letting that happen.
From the shower you just hit.
So, yeah, I have an idea, a terrible idea about how we could get some money, how I could get some money. You guys wouldn't have to get involved, I guess.
A bank?
It is not robbing... No, it's not robbing a bank.
What is it then? Couldn't possibly think of anything else.
I'm going to keep it to myself until I know whether or not it's a plan that will work. But I might have to go somewhere and speak to someone.
Do you have rich parents that you've not told us about?
I can 100% guarantee you that I do not have rich parents. The plan is not call home and suddenly get lots of money to which I've had access to this whole time, but I just felt like not having it. It
would seem very like Jaz's character though to have
actually
grown up very comfortable.
Like, actually.
And so she's out just trying to find adventure just to make her.
I didn't say it's not the case. I said it's not the plan.
She's still got other ideas before it gets that desperate.
Yeah, I think I've just got to go somewhere and I've just got to go and do a little errand, ask some questions, and when I get back, if it's something that might work, then maybe we can get some money, and if it's not, then we'll just have to keep thinking.
Okay, so Jazz, where would you like to go?
Back to the night market.
Okay, you skulk off by yourself, hop on the red line, and go back to the night market.
I want to go and find Vocad.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah, their stall is open because the night market is open. And she looks up at you, and I try and give her a better voice than I did last time when I was put on the spot. It was fine, but it wasn't great. So she's like, hey. It was, well, Greedo sounds like nothing. This was nothing. Anyway, she's there, and she's like, hey, hello.
Hey, Vo, I got a bit of a weird question for you.
Shoot.
We've always traded, right? I mean, I want experience. You want memories.
Yeah.
You ever trade for like cash?
All the time. I'm surprised it's never come up before.
Yeah, well, I just I like those experiences.
You're basically an addict, admit it.
Nope. I'm fine. I could stop whenever I want to.
Okay.
That's not what I'm here to discuss right now.
Okay.
I mean, what's the going rate for a moderately exciting memory?
Tell me the memory.
Oh, I mean, it kind of depends on the going rate. I mean,
500.
Okay, but what if it was lots of really important memories, including, all the good stuff, love and heartbreak and terrible decisions and adventure, What if it was like a big old chunk of someone's life?
Let's talk. Okay. You can negotiate a 10,000 M&M price, but you do have to give up some choice memories. Please tell me what those memories are.
I was thinking about the memories of a young woman who...
With wealthy parents.
No. But who fell in love with a girl with very wealthy parents and who had it all and was going to move up in the world. She was going to be part of this incredible, rich empire with a woman that she loved. And then the night before the wedding got cold feet and suddenly couldn't decide if she was worth all of that, and left her love a letter saying that she'd be back when she'd proven herself, when she'd made it, when she was worth it. And has been running ever since. Not quite brave enough to go back and face it.
Yeah, that's definitely worth 10,000 M&Ms. I mean, on one hand, it does sound like you're eternal sunshine of the spotless minding yourself.
I mean...
So it sounds like, really, you're a serious service. But the other time, heartbreaking, and you will get the amount of money you want for that
also,
set
you'll never
of memories.
Remember to go back to the person you sent a letter
I know.
to.
Win-win, really.
I mean...
What if they're waiting forever? What if they're waiting forever and then they see you on the street, you don't even recognise them,
Oh, God.
and they think you're blanking them, and they cry and cry and they go and kill themselves or something? That would be horrible.
And what if all that heartbreak saved every LGBTQ person in the galaxy?
Oh, God.
This took a really tragic turn I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Honestly. No, I'm into it. Imagine if Jen had been able to sell the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, they put their hands, and like last time when you were in the Hangman's Wife, it was a very quick procedure, but this is so much more involved. It requires the removal of like every ounce of memory of your former fiance, and they're extracted. It takes hours, but soon enough there are just a collection of mason jars on the table, filled with every ounce of this romance, and they hand you a bag full of M&Ms.
Jaz sort of takes a moment to just stare at these jars on the table, not quite sure of what might be in there and what might not, and she kind of just, all she knows is that she's done it for a good reason, I guess, whatever it was. She kind of like just nods. And then just... How long would it take to walk back?
A few more hours. I'd say it'd take about two hours.
She'd definitely walk. She'd probably then just walk to the nearest, not the nearest stop, if you see what I mean. Like get a bit of a walk in before she gets back on the train.
Preferably in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
In the rain, tears falling down her face. No, she doesn't. She probably feels a bit.
She doesn't know she's done.
She probably feels
she
a bit sad, and she's not 100% sure why. Yeah.
There's one memory that remains, but the fragment of your fiance isn't there. So you just have this one memory that haunts you of a time at a bar with a person you can't remember, and that is all that remains. Anyway, you go back to the ship.
Yeah.
You got the money. Good job, Jaz.
I'll just quite literally like raise a hand to Marla, walk into the ship, and just like toss a bag down on the table that has, I guess it's like a duffel bag full of cash that I've just been walking around with.
Yeah. This is hours later, so you've had your shower. You've probably cooled off a little bit, Juniper, from your outburst. And yeah, Jaz comes in and throws this money down on the table in your collective dining area.
Juniper, I think, is like cooking up something. Maybe she's making just pancakes. She's making many pancakes. Like there's already quite a stack of them there because she's already feeling guilty about shouting at everyone. And there's maybe like 2 plates of quite large pancakes already standing there. As soon as she hears Jaz come in, she's like, I have made many pancakes and I wanted to say I'm sorry. And also, wait, what is that?
10,000 M&Ms and I'm sorry.
Holy hell, Jaz came through.
Fuck me.
Where did you get that from?
A friend?
You got big money friends?
Apparently I do.
Oh. Look, I mean, you can, to be honest, you can keep that. You really don't owe any money for this. It is my ship. You don't owe money. It was stupid of me to say that. Tiddles, you are my sidekick. Sounds weird.
June.
Yeah.
We use it if we have to get Static's information. And anything that we don't have to use is yours. Okay? I mean, I'm going to give a little bit, because I need to live. But I mean...
Look, Jaz, as long as you're on this ship, anything I have is ours. We're a team.
A collective. Yeah, he keeps saying
a collective. It's like a little commune.
I'd say it's more like a fucked up family, if I'm honest, but... I don't like either of you, but I
You've made it abundantly clear.
I do feel I need to be around you, so that's where the weird family element comes in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
we get to choose our families, and she takes your hands. One paw on one hand. And I choose you both.
Yeah, well, I can't think of anywhere else I'd have to be. Yep.
Okay. Is it time?
Yeah, you can go to bed for, sleep until morning.
Okay.
And then you can head over to the night market when it hits 10 a.m.
I'm going to eat all the pancakes first.
Yeah, there's leftover pancakes for breakfast. Yeah. But what were you going to say, Helen?
Can I take a little second so I can wee and get an ice cream?
Oh, yeah, real life.
In real life needs.
I just feel very emotional and I feel I need to placate myself with ice cream, okay?
That's fine. Let's take a meat break and all go drink
Meat
this.
Meat break.
Meat break
time.
Meat break.
It's a meat break. A meat break time.
Oh, it's meat break time. It's time for meat. Time to break for meat. Okay.
The meat break song takes up a lot of the meat break. You wake up. The ship, there's leftover pancakes, I assume, from the many stacks that Juniper made the night before.
Yeah.
So you can have
excessive pancakes.
Substantial breakfast before you head out, and then you can get back on the red line and go to the night market, but this time in the day. And there's something oddly off-putting about a night market in the daytime.
So like going to a nightclub in the daytime.
Yeah, it's just sort of wrong. The stalls that are normally bustling with trade and interest lay barren and shuttered. There's only occasional foot traffic from people cutting through to get to the Sky Tower. It's a big place, but amongst the quiet, Static isn't hard to find. She looks uneasy, and once she clocks you, she refuses to make eye contact and just stares at the ground intently.
This bitch.
Yeah. I look real mad. But... as agreed, I stop 4 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah, likewise.
But I'm standing like a bouncer.
Juniper turns to them both, gives them a little nod, and then steps over to Static Vector. It's like, so, hey, SV. Time to talk.
Yeah. Static's normally been quite hostile to you, but you just get this sense from her body language that she's not in a combative mood. She's just... down.
Okay, SV, I'm going to be honest with you. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
It's been fun. This little backwards and forwards, this game of cat and mouse, this will they, won't they. I'm not going to say it hasn't been fun, but... and I don't know who told you that having someone withhold vital information at a time of great importance is my personal kink, but you've done it great. But I think now's the time that we just need to get it, we just need to do it, get it over and done with. I mean, it's going to be great, but get it done, and then you can give me the information, because this is a time of crucial importance. What I'm saying is I'm saying my safe word. I'm saying my safe word. It's time for us to end this game, SV. Look, I know. Ever since I spilt space Doritos on you, I knew there was a thing. I knew we had a power play. And I know that this has been as fun for you as it has for me. But peanut butter Can I have the information? And I promise I'll kiss you later.
The fuck are you talking about? We'd never had a safe word. I barely know you.
I'm pretty certain I texted you my safe word.
Oh my god.
She pulls out her wet phone and she's like, oh, shit. I'll get the chat history up. Just give me 1 second. She's shaking it to get the moisture out.
Fucking hell. Look, I didn't want to do this. I just couldn't see another way out. And it's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you whether you want to let her keep talking or just shut her down and be like, no.
I'm going to roll figure out a person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh. Plus wit. Oh, but... Okay, so I rolled a 10. My wit is -1 because I'm a dum-dum. But I have a string on her, right?
Did you get one in the last encounter when you were in
Although,
the
if I'm just
building?
figuring her out, maybe I'll maybe I'll save that.
Yeah,
I might need to influence
you could probably
her.
use the string to influence them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just ask 2 questions then. SV, we really need this information. What can I do? What can I do to make you hand it over? Please.
You can give me the money. You can give me the money I need.
Why? What do you need this money for? What are you hoping to do with it?
Look,
that you've got a thriving business. Like, why do you need 10,000 M&Ms?
Because it's not thriving. Look, I got busted trying to fiddle with some stocks. The stupid thing was, it wasn't even for personal gain. It was just to mess with investment douchebags. So after time served, I went legit and I started up the Red Leaf coffee shop. And you know what? I loved it. I thought I would find it mundane and tedious. But no, I finally created a place for myself that felt like home. But one thing I've never been good at is money. They put the rent up on the building and some fucking chain brand is sniffing around to push us out. It's easy when you can just hack into the bank and add a 0 or 2 to your account, but when all your finances are being closely monitored by people who want nothing more than to throw you back in jail, I'm just trying to save my home.
Oh, SV. I wish you told me that at the start. You know we're so close.
Sure, yeah.
I know I'm your best friend. And maybe lover.
She gets to ask you something.
Okay. That something is, please can you go away?
If I give you this, will you leave me alone forever?
Why do you project deeper friendships onto people you've met through the cause? I'm saying this from a place of, like, this is not a place of malice. I don't know you and I don't care about you. And most of the people in the cause feel the same. And yet you are so willing to just fall on a grenade for them.
I mean, I kind of figured that was... they'd do the same for me. I don't know, all for one, one for all. I mean, if you'd just come to me at the start and asked for help with your coffee shop, I'd have done it. Whatever you need, Esri. Fighting the good fight together, aren't we?
Don't.
That's what we're all doing. We're all in it together. We're all one family. One family of comrades. This is what we do for each other. Because if we haven't got each other's back, who has? You just sent her up Vanessa Hudgens.
I was trying not to disturb your emotional moment, but I had to put it somewhere. I'm sorry. It was an earworm in my head. I had to put it somewhere. I really didn't want to. I'm sorry.
We're all in this together. Once we know where we are, we're all stars, and we feel
And we'll make it.
true.
So I had to put it somewhere, and I hoped that you wouldn't notice until the end of the emotional thing, but that didn't work. I'm sorry.
Well, distantly, you hear the whirling hum of a hollow blade, which in my notes I originally called a rotor blade, but misspoke during the last session, so now we're stuck with this bad name. Yeah, now it's a hollow blade.
Everything's shiny.
But yeah, it's a rotor blade, but it's rare.
Yeah. Collectible.
This is a rare rotor blade. Yeah, it's a collectible rotor blade. This one, Marla could have sold in a heartbeat. So you know this belongs to a rich person.
Ooh.
Is it usual to see them this low over the night market?
No.
Okay, we're in danger is what we're hearing.
Yep. It approaches a clearing not far from you, but before it can land, you see the side door slam open and a woman quite needlessly jumps out. She lands in a dramatic superhero pose, leg out, arm back, but the helicopter wasn't that far away from landing, so it truly was a dramatic and needless action.
It's got to be terrible for her knees. Shall we go?
Anyway, Tiddles, Tiddles, it's the security agent you were fighting yesterday.
I was wondering which member of authority it was, my one or Jazz's one.
I don't think my one jumps out of hollow blades.
Who's to say? We haven't seen it.
I think my one stays up late smoking and thinking about the city as her mistress. You know, I think she's those vibes.
my one's significantly more dramatic. Okay, that seems bad. Let's go.
Yeah, Static, we've done some nice talky talk, but maybe we should all get out of here.
Yeah, Static's ready to book it, but you see this woman just shouts across to Tiddles, like, gang, you are, like, so easy to track. I mean, like, gosh, like, you left so many clues and crumbs for me to follow, but for real, like, we can also access the surveillance system of the city, and one of you is a very cute cat girl, which is, like, so obvious it's unreal. Anyway, you got some information that my boss wants back, so, like, and she does, like, the grabby hand gesture. Like, come on, I need the information.
I'm gonna move in front of, or between her and June and SV and be like, seriously, guys, you need to go.
Where are we gonna go, though, if they can track us using cameras around the whole city?
Anywhere but here right now. Getting my sword out.
You two stay and fight. Me and SV are gonna run. And I grab SV's hand and I'm
I
like,
can recommend a water taxi.
let's go.
Great. The minute you two start to book it, this woman starts pounding forward and draws her sword.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also drawing my sword.
Yeah. I'm flourishing my sword unnecessarily.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready to fight. Tiddles, I'd say you are the person. She's approaching you because she's so enticed by the combat you had yesterday that you know she wants the information that Static has, but she also...
she just wants to fight.
She wants to fight you again. She's horny to fight you again. So roll plus daring or grace.
Okay.
Nice. So you can choose 3 of these. You can flirt with or provoke your opponent to gain a string on them. Through violence or cutting words, inflict a condition. Create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Or take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position.
I'm going to maybe create an opportunity.
Great.
Because she's so focused on me, it might be really useful because then Jazz can get a decent hit in because all she's looking at is me. So I am going to dart around, cat-like, if you will. But I'm also going to flash it while I'm darting it.
Catnips.
Catnip! You can't. Hey. Maybe I will shout that. You can't resist these catnips.
So you get to choose 3 things. That feels like it is both creating an opportunity and flirting with or provoking.
Bit of both, yeah. Bit of both.
So you gain a string. You gain a string on this woman whose name you don't know yet. You just know that she's the head of security for Engeltine. And you get one more thing that you can do to her during this opening salvo.
Okay, I'll will sort of wrangle around her, so she's looking at me, but she's not looking at Jaz, if you know what I mean. But then I suppose I've created opportunity.
Yeah, I'd say you could inflict a condition that's another thing, or you can.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know if there's anything you need to grab off a person just yet, so
maybe I'll just say, "God, you're a shit security woman." Or you can see her catnips.
Yeah, and you make her insecure about her job and her ability to do that job. And
excellent. I like making people insecure.
Jaz, you have a +1 to your fight move. Unless there's any other thing you'd like to do. You can there's you can figure out or entice or just fight her.
No, I'm a fighter.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a fighter. I'm going to try and, while she's focused on Tiddles, I want to actually try and get my sword, across her throat, so I'm holding both ends, so that she's, pinned in place. That's the goal. We'll see how it goes. Let's just say that +1 saved me. I rolled a 7 total.
So you can choose 2 of the things.
So, I'd like to inflict the frightened condition on her.
Cool.
What are you doing, or say, is it just your prowess with a sword that makes her frightened?
Well, so what I want to do is get the sword, across her throat, pull it up, and, turn her so that she's facing the helicopter, so that I can use her as either a meat shield or a bargaining chip.
Nice.
And be, in her ear, don't think I won't. And then the other one... I mean, can I just use that as having her pinned to create an opportunity for Tiddles in return?
Yeah, this can be a back and forth between you two as you absolutely fuck her up. But you turn her towards her,
bad cop.
and you see that there were 2 more of the more generic security guards trying to come out of the helicopter.
Off-brand.
Once it had finally landed, but they stop in their tracks. They were getting ready to chase Static, but once they see that you've suddenly got their captain with a sword to her throat, they're like, oh, okay, I see. Hey, let's talk about this. But she doesn't say that. She's just sort of smiling.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
She's having a great time.
Yeah,
she's having the time of her life.
She gets to do... I forget that she gets to choose 1 in return for each of your attacks. So I'll say on the first one, she just flirted with Tiddles and got a string on her.
All right. She flashed her boobies.
Don't mind if I do.
And the second one, she took an object off you, Jaz.
What did she fucking take? I know I've got so many objects in all my pockets.
I know.
I'll never know.
I know, and she took one off you.
Sorry, guys, it's probably it's probably an engagement ring that I don't know I have anymore.
Ouch.
Too soon?
2 spoons!
Tiddles, would you like to do... You can fight, or you can figure out, or you can entice, or you can influence with a string. You can do anything to this woman.
I've just realised I gained a string on her the last one, didn't I?
Yes.
Last move.
Yeah.
So, it says, with big dyke energy, once during the scene when you gain a string on someone, gain an additional string on someone else, you consider an enemy.
Yeah, I'd say, you definitely did do big dyke energy on that first roll, so yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to add another string on one of the random...
Yeah, Fitzgerald is the front security guard, and I don't know why I'm so willing to tell you his name. You know what? They have their names on tags on the front of their armour, so you can see that it says Fitzgerald for this one dude, and on the one you're holding it says Hartshawn. Yep.
Hartshawn?
Don't name.
Very unusual.
I assume just Fitz probably saw my tits, and he was like,
oh, hello.
That's good tits. Them's good furry tits.
I'm into this.
The entire market is smitten with you at this point.
It happens, when you've got extra nipples, it's...
it's inevitable,
Yeah, okay, sorry, I just wanted to get that. So, actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my knife against the security lady's boobaloos and just, like, slash it down, and then her shirt just falls open.
Oh.
If I roll well, obviously.
Oh my.
Yeah. What move is this
That
fight?
feels somehow more violent than just
Yeah.
punching her in the face.
Don't know, really. I think it's violence.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, roll plus daring.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
10.
You do that thing. It's not technically... I mean, I guess you can create an opportunity for an ally through distraction, and this is distraction, for sure.
This is top-notch distraction.
Yeah.
It's also, I suppose, I frighten her. I could.
Oh, she's
You know what I mean?
already... Yeah, she's already frightened, so she gets a -2 to fight, but she doesn't roll. But in my head, she's now... but she can't be frightened again. She can only be conditioned once. So she's frightened and insecure. You can make her angry, guilty, or hopeless.
I'd probably go for angry, because surely if you're I'd probably be angry if someone did that to me. Yeah.
So she's like, oh, you want to play a little rough then, do you, kitty cat? Okay, yeah, sure.
You see Jaz visibly be like, oh,
yeah,
I'm not sure I want
it's
to
like
be
it's like
involved
Why
in
am I
this.
involved
yeah,
in this?
it's angry. That's like really gross. Yeah, and she again, when it comes to you, she's not trying to attack. Well, she can't attack. She's in a very vulnerable position, so she's just flirting with you further, and she thinks that was flirting. What she just did, she thinks was flirting.
She's
Yeah.
a strange lady.
So, Jaz, what would you like to do?
Well. So what, we've got her pinned, angry, frightened.
Yeah, angry, insecure, frightened, pinned.
I assume at this point we're just kind of buying time for Juniper.
Slit her throat.
SB.
Or don't,
I thought
whatever.
the whole point of this game was that you didn't really kill people, you know?
Just fight them until you make out with them. Is that the...
Yes.
I haven't really
or
thought about...
until they like run away. Those are the options, you know?
Okay, fair.
But I'm going to look at Tiddles and say, have you ever flown a hollow blade? And I would like to... are we close to the river? Yeah, I'd kind of like to just kick her in the river.
You're not so close. You're in the middle of the night market.
No.
Yeah, you could kick her back into a store.
We're not like on the bank.
Could you fold her up into a, like,
Can I
little
bowl her
ball
towards
shape?
the river?
Oh yeah, what?
Okay.
Space Jam
How
style.
does physics work in this universe?
Oh, it's very,
Yeah.
it's very Looney Tune based. Sure,
Oh, great.
I'd like to drop a grand piano on her, please.
absolutely.
Or
There's
an
just
anvil.
tons.
An anvil
Yeah.
would be equally
There's
good.
also like a tunnel nearby that's painted on a wall.
Great.
I'll run
There's
through that and
some,
she'll hit it, yeah.
Acme explosives, there's various.
Yeah.
Every time we've seen a hot lesbian in this, have all our eyes gone, my heart's gone, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom.
Yeah. So I guess I'll say that to Tiddles, and then I want to try and like knock her back into a stall like badly enough that it's gonna like definitely slow her down if she tries to come after us.
Okay.
So I guess that's
yeah,
a fighting thing.
Yeah,
again.
because you're trying to incapacitate her. So I'd say this is like go ahead.
Okay.
Okay,
9.
yeah. So I'll say that is one thing, that you've created an opportunity and seized a superior position by throwing her backwards. You can do another thing if you want.
Can I still don't know what she took from me. Did I see her
You
take
felt
something from
something
me?
get taken from you.
But I didn't see
No.
like where she put it. I'm gonna take something from her.
Yeah.
What's she got?
Okay. Well, you get her radio that she can like talk to other soldiers with. But you are about to imminently find out what she took from you, because as you throw her, she releases it from her hand directly into your face, and she releases the memory of the experience of being a divorced accountant
Fuck.
directly
Shit.
into you.
Now's the time.
And you are staggered by this other life.
By the crippling depression of being a soulless accountant whose wife
Yes.
is leaving them.
Nice. That's Jen's dream. She just wants to live in that.
Look, I've just got to work through some things. I don't know. There's a need there.
Yeah, it's almost tragic that you got this, Jaz, and not Juniper.
Oh, man.
I'm so fabulous in real life, I have to role play mediocrity.
You have to dull your shine by playing generic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Juniper, you've made a run for it, and you've been given a substantial chunk of time. What is your plan with Static?
Should have thought of something, shouldn't I? I imagine that Juniper does know of some places. You know, she's been to some venues before where meets have been held, things have been organised. You know, like where they've hosted events, organised things, or where they provide mutual aid. And I think, you know, it's one of those small buildings that sort of has so far been mostly ignored by developers in a bit of town. And they're just about holding on to a kind of maybe squatters' rights over the place. She's going to peg it for there because she thinks she might be able to get someone might be able to help them out.
Okay.
At the very least, it's a somewhat safe space.
Yeah, you know that there's... I think you know there's one nearby, and you take to the streets. You hear a kerfuffle happening back in the night market, and you can hear that there are now 2 people in pursuit of you. But they are distant. So I need you to defy disaster to see if you lose their trail enough for you to get to this location.
Okay. And on my sheet, I have it that when I defy disaster, I can bring a subject to my devotion with me safely. So I can drag Static along for the ride. What do I add to defy disaster? Swiftness, I think we'd be going for here.
Yeah, that does feel good, Grace, yeah.
Let me see if I have any grace on my sheet.
I don't think you do.
0.
It was very kind of you to give me the right thing, though.
Yeah. I mean, it would be disingenuous to have picked any other.
You sure it doesn't require charm for you to navigate the city?
Daring's my best, actually. Endurance, could it be a really long run? So this is more of a marathon than a sprint.
We'll see how this first defy disaster goes.
That's a... add nothing. 9.
Hey, okay.
Yep. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll offer you a hard choice. You can get to the building, but there's a high chance that the people will know that you've gone there.
Oh. Yeah.
Putting everyone in there at danger.
But there's people from your cause there, and wouldn't the people from your cause want to help you?
I think Juniper realises, her instinct is to run for somewhere like this. And as she realises she's doing that, she realises she's probably drawing some unwanted attention there. But a part of her, at the back of her mind, just goes, I think they fucking owe me one. And so she's going to run there.
You get in there and you see that there's some people there, and they've got picket signs and they're organising for a protest. It seems like it's protest on animal testing for hygiene products. There's a shop in the centre of the city that is still... It's a pretty good cause. But you see them...
It's always a good cause.
You see them and you wonder why you weren't contacted. But one does clock you and go, you made it, Julie. I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see you too. Me and my friend are here.
Static.
Everyone,
we all know Static.
Static. Great. So you're gonna help her escape the law that is pursuing us right this second because we need help. And you're great friends and you'll help us, right? solidarity, isn't it?
Does this have anything to do with the protest?
No, this is a separate matter.
Oh,
very important though.
I think I'm busy that day.
This second. This day.
Oh, it's now. You want our help now?
To be honest, do you have a name for this character already?
No.
No. Okay.
Go wild.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a single spacey type name, and I was like, does it have to be spacey? No.
I can come up with one gladly.
Bimble Flap.
Bimble Flap. They're not all cats.
Everyone here has a code name that refers to an ancient document about cats.
Jellicle.
Jellicle cats.
These are the Jellicles.
Her name is Alison Cove.
Okay, great. To be honest, Alison, it's not. They're already on our tail, so they're going to be here in like a couple of minutes, I'm sure, because I'm pretty certain they followed us straight here. So really, I imagine you'll probably want to start helping us right now, because Static, as you know, is great, and I'm also your friend, and so you'll do this for us because we're in it together. Better start barricading that front door, and we'll take passage out the back whenever you're ready.
I'm going to need you to do one more Defy Disaster roll for me.
I think this would be plus spirit for willpower, or something like that. Or plus heart for social insight.
Social insight for heart does sound good to me.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's an 8.
Static can get away, but you can't. Or you can both stay.
Juniper turns and looks at SV. She's like, have you got somewhere safe to go?
I don't know. Who are these people?
I mean, they seem to know you.
Oh,
this is Alison,
Yeah,
and that one's Brian, and this is Kerry.
No, I meant the people chasing.
Oh!
People chasing us.
Sorry. Sometimes I get flustered when I look at you. Is this the time?
Why don't you roll entice?
This is Thirsty Sword Lesbians. It's always the time.
Judging from Jen's face, it might not be the time.
It's not the time.
It's not the time on this occasion.
What'd you get?
I got a 5.
I would say this isn't a rule of the game. I'd say I would give you advantage on this roll, meaning you can roll again, because I feel like you're doing an incredible. You've been nothing but kind to this woman who doesn't really deserve it.
Okay.
It does feel mean to give you a downbeat in this.
I don't know.
Although
This feels real.
if the dice say 5 again, then they're telling this story.
The dice say 8.
Okay. She gives in to desire and, steps forward and kisses you. When you break from your embrace, after what feels like a good amount of time, you realise there's something in your hand, and she bolts for the door, leaving you with the thumb drive.
The thumb drive.
I mean, that's a bittersweet thing, that, isn't it? It's nice that she's given it to her, but it's also like, here, you can have the people tailing you.
We'll never know how much of that was self-preservation and how much of it was a genuine desire to help.
Juniper grips it tight, tucks it into the safest place in the world, her bra, and then...
I was a bit worried for a second there, yeah.
No.
Not that one. The second safer place, really, isn't it?
Depends on what your
Let's
pelvic
just
floor's
skip
like,
right
really.
over this. Skip right over this conversation.
She
Back at the night market. No, carry on.
Yeah, she
no, yeah.
She tucks it into her bra and she draws her sword and gets ready
Nice.
to fight. I forgot I had a sword as well. Sometimes I forget there's a sword bit in this game too.
It's just all thirsty, no sword.
Yeah, all thirsty, no sword.
Back at the night market, Tiddles, you just got instructed that a good plan would maybe be to steal the hollow blade, but then Jaz was incapacitated suddenly with a flash of experiences.
Okay, so... God, what the fuck do I do? So what's happened with the guard? Are they...
The two Fitz and the other one have booked it. down the street, and Hartshorn is collapsed. She was thrown with such force that she broke one of the stall tables in half, and she's just starting to try and get herself back up onto her feet.
How heavy would you say Jaz is? What do you think?
Jaz is like an average person.
Okay, I'm going to try and pick her up.
Wait, hold on. It's not for me to say, actually. Becs, how heavy is Jaz?
Jaz is a titan, it turns out.
She's quite tall, but she seems quite thin also. So.
Yeah, she's like tall but lean.
Yeah, okay, so I could probably pick her up because I think I'm quite buxom in my head.
Buxom.
Buxom.
Doesn't that mean big boobs, not big muscles?
Yeah, but also, like, you know, but buxom women usually have quite like nice arms, and you know, it's like a bar wench scenario.
Bar wench, milkmaid.
Yeah. Like, I'll pick up a barrel of beer also, sort of.
Yeah, that's it.
That sort of shit. Okay, so I'll pick her up and I'll put her over my shoulder, and I'm gonna make my way over to the hollow blade. Forgot the name of it for a second there.
Listen, I've called it a lot of different things, so if we add an extra name to it, it doesn't matter.
I make my way to the spinny fly thing.
Make my way downtown.
And I don't know if I can drive one, because a lot of what I actually know tends to have been put in me in a lab. You know what I mean? A lot of because I don't have that many childhood experiences, so it's possible that they did put knowledge of how to use a hollow blade in my head. I don't know until I put myself. So I'm going to try it and see what happens. Basically, is the plan.
I think the real question here is: do we have Microsoft Flight Simulator on the ship?
Good question. Good question.
My question would be: have you ever flown the Ladies Who Launch?
I probably have while Juniper was in the toilet.
Yes.
So you've got, I'd say, this is a defy disaster roll, but I'll give you a +1 for previous flight experience.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. Sounds more than kind. Okay, so it's plus daring. Is it?
I get to decide. I think this is plus knowledge, so I'm going to say it's wit, because it's about whether you have flight knowledge.
Okay, so we've just cancelled out the +1 thing for the flight knowledge thing, so I'm just going by the roll.
And meanwhile, Jaz over your shoulder is being like, can't believe I've got to be back in the office on Monday.
Oh no, we're gonna deep dive on this one, Jaz. Just you hold on.
Okay.
Okay, 8.
8. Okay. You can get the hollow blade off the ground.
Okay, that's
but
good.
The time it will take you to get in the air will give Hartshorn a chance to grab on.
That whore.
Oh my god, we're going to fight a bitch on a helicopter.
Sounds
Yes.
bad. So I already am not great at flying the helicopter.
Jaz, you're at a bar. You're about 4 drinks in. There's like empty glasses on the counter. It's quite dark in there. And the bartender leans over and is like, you think you've had enough, mate?
More.
Oh, come on, mate. Your tab's only so big.
I'll pay it.
Nah, I know you're not good for it, mate. Listen, I know what Janice took from you in the divorce. She took fucking everything, didn't she,
everything.
mate? Oh.
She even took the dog bowls. She doesn't have a dog.
No. Did she leave the dog with you then?
She backed over it when she was leaving.
Oh, mate. And she still took the dog, but I guess that's a kindness, so you're not constantly reminded of your dead dog.
Oh, you'd think so, but... Since she took everything from the kitchen too, I was eating from dog bowls.
Oh, you'd think this would give me some compassion, but you're still cut off, mate.
What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Back to the office on Monday? So that Tony can get promoted instead of me?
Yeah, that's life, innit, mate?
Just lay, quote, my head on the bar top and start sobbing.
I'm back on the ship, Tiddles. You can hear Jaz slowly sobbing as she lays on the hollow blade floor, and Hartshorn clambers in.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Hartshorn and say, what the fuck did you do to Jaz?
What? God, I don't know. This emotional binge was like this when I got here.
I'm pretty sure I saw you throw something at her.
Oh, that. I don't know. It was in her pocket. She's got, like, funky shit. I don't know.
Clearly.
God.
Anyway, we should probably fight.
I guess. Or you could just give me the information. God.
Well...
Like, how could we fight? Someone's got to fly the helicopter.
Helicopter?
Got a new name.
The helicopter.
Listen, in fiction, Hartshorn doesn't know they're called Hollowblades, so she calls them helicopters.
Oh, that's oddly endearing.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. Suddenly,
Oh, it's a helicopter.
suddenly a lot more appealing.
So, can you fly this or no?
But yeah, can you? You're in the air. Jesus.
I don't know. I'm flying it. So here's the thing: we're in the air, and you're away from the ground, right? Here's the thing: I've got to tell you now. You've done fucked up because we haven't got the information.
Oh, come on.
And I have control of this. I could just keep us hovering here for, I don't know, till when the fuel runs out, I'm guessing.
Ah. She looks down to see how high. Oh, we're so high up now.
Yeah, either you can jump or, you can stay here and have a nice chat.
No. At least angle over the river.
I don't think I will, actually, oddly enough.
Oh, why are you being so difficult? I thought you were hot.
Being hot does not affect my difficulty or not.
Yeah, but I thought you were hot and cool. I guess you're just hot.
Ouch.
Look, why should I be cool to you? You've not been cool to me. You're fetishizing
I've
me.
been cool to you. I said you were hot. Is that not cool?
You're fetishizing my ears, and I know it. I've seen you looking.
No, I'm fetishizing all of you.
That doesn't make it better, friend.
Does it?
No.
I feel like it does. I view you as a whole human being.
How would you feel if I found you attractive based purely upon your security guard outfit?
It's normally how I've had sex, yes.
Oh, okay. But, I see. I mean, that's understandable then in that case. You probably just don't know anything else, do you?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're here. Do you want to make out?
Roll plus heart for me, please.
Good lord. Giving disaster lesbians its name.
That's a 7.
She looks down at the ground again, and then back at you, and she's like, yeah, okay. And you guys start making out at the controls of the holoblade while Jaz gently weeps. Back with Juniper, you draw your sword and 2 men bound through the door. Roll plus daring or grace for me.
Daring, I'll do. That's an 11.
Fantastic. You can choose 3 effects. Flirt or provoke an opponent to gain a string on them. Through violence, cutting words, inflict the condition. Create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Or take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position.
I would like to... They've both popped in through the same door, right?
Yes.
Before they get a chance to even survey the room, can I run at them, sword horizontal in front of me, and try and shove them both back out? Down what I imagine is like the Juniper barrel.
The Juniper barrel.
A classic. And push them back out down what I imagine is like a couple of entry steps. Did I? That was in my head the entire time. There's maybe a couple of entry steps, so they might trip backwards, Stan.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
So that would be, I'd like to inflict frightened on them. That makes sense.
Okay.
And I would like to seize a superior position by being above them with them down on their butts on the ground. And then I'd like to say, you're too late, you sons of...
Mothers.
Brutal.
How did she know we had mothers?
I saw it in the weakness in your eyes. She's already gone, so you can crawl on back to your son of mother master and let her know that you failed.
Or we can take you in, Juniper Poutine. And they inflict a insecure on you because you now know, they know your full name and who you are.
I'd like to see you try.
As they begin to get up, the door is slammed in front of you, with them on the outside and you on the inside. And one member of the cause grabs her sign and slides it through the handles of the doors and turns to you and goes, Juniper.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I look at her in the eyes and I nod. And then I turn and I pelt.
And you realise somebody on the cause knew who you were. Somebody in the cause cared about you.
Oh. Or they just saw security guys call you by name and they were like, oh, damn, she is cool.
Or they went, oh, it's not Julie. Shit.
It's not Julia, it's Juniper. Okay, get out of here, Juniper. You'll never know. You're quite insecure right now, but you can make a break for the back door that Static. But Static's long gone. She didn't hang around.
Good.
Because rightly so. But you can see distantly the hollow blade up in the air. You can see it. You from where you are, you see it up in the air. And I'll say, Jaz, you awaken from your trip. And you see Tiddles making out with a security officer. But you have an opportunity to take an action if you'd like.
Really? Can I, from the floor, just be like, sorry, Tiddles, can I grab this woman's ankle and just yank to get her down?
Yes, you...
And be like, we need to get Junie.
Roll plus daring for me, please.
14. Double 6, baby.
Shit.
So you get all of the effects. You get a superior position. You inflict a condition through cutting words. You gain a string on them, and she goes flying out. You give Tiddles the superior position so that she can bounce back far enough as Vilma is whipped backwards out the side of the helicopter, and she goes flying, thankfully, into a soft canvas of one of the night market stalls. Okay. It tears and she slams into a table, but you know it probably cushioned the blow enough that she's not just dead.
Like from the floor, I look up at Tiddles and I go, I promise I was just trying to get her on the floor. I think I've got a lot of rage in me right now. I think it's Janet's fault.
Yeah, who's Janet? I was just making out with her to distract her, quite frankly. So up to you on that.
Okay, then let's go. And I'm gonna try and help Tiddles steer this thing towards where the sort of the direction that we saw Juniper running in.
Yeah, absolutely. You can actually see the back door opened up onto the river, and there's a water taxi dock with no water taxi on it, but it's like long enough and open enough that you can see Juniper Poutine on it.
She's waving her sword.
You can lower the helicopter. Yeah.
She's waving a sword against a bell that is ringing.
Don't worry, it's on your audio feed. I can use that.
The water taxi bell.
Ring for service.
It's very sonorous.
But yeah, you can lower the hollow blade
I'll,
down and pick Juniper
hang out of the edge and grab onto her and haul her up into the helicopter.
You're able to make your escape with the information.
And all of our money.
Oh, yeah.
And the money.
And all of your money.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Waste. Okay.
Majestic. We could still use that money, let's be real, though.
I mean, it's true, we do need to at least pay half of it for ship repairs.
Yeah, so,
Roll.
I'm not that mad that you lost a really important memory.
Hey, I don't know yet.
Womp womp.
It's fine.
I'm a little sad, but I'm not mad.
So what do you do with the hollow blade? You've got to land it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to say, can we take it out towards the edge of the city?
The park, maybe.
Somewhere, just where it's less built up and we have room to land it somewhere.
Yeah. You can land it in the Mytilene Park and then hop on. Yep. Oh yeah, then you could just walk over to the hangar. Yeah. And it feels like mission accomplished. It feels like everything's going fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, recalling what the guard said, I'm gonna, out of my little lunchbox, I've got those bento box wrappers. Do you know what I mean? Where you put around a bento box and it's like a little tie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that over my head and tie it around my ears, just so I'm a little less obvious. Like a little bandana.
So now you're just a cat in a bandana.
A cat in a bandana.
Very cute.
Nice though, isn't it?
We jump out and like throw the keys to some
To a random-
kids who are hanging around.
I was just about to say that.
Oh,
We give them a little
you go,
salute and we're
kid.
like, here you go, kid. Treat her well.
For me?
For you.
Really?
child immediately crashes it that evening. It's like Balloon Boy all over
Yeah,
again.
this 9-year-old child bounds over towards the helicopter and gets in like, wow, and it takes off expertly and disappears into the horizon.
Now, he has Microsoft Flight Simulator.
But yeah, you get back to the ship and you got the information on this pen drive.
You okay, Juniper? Where's SV?
She's hiding out. It's good. She gave me this. So I think we're cool.
Out of character. That's not all she gave you. Sorry.
She also gave me mouth herpes.
God.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, I guess.
What a gift.
Yeah, I guess that's
that's
something
canon
about
now.
static we know now. Yeah.
She gave me a
Can't
beautiful
say much
memory.
about
Should we check it out?
Yeah.
Do you not think we should just take it to Krista straight away?
I mean, yeah, maybe we should take it to Krista and we can all check it out
Sure.
together.
Great idea.
Great.
To be honest, my PC is still running Windows 95, so I'm not quite sure
Yeah.
this is...
Yeah. I know that you mostly use it to play Solitaire and Minesweeper, but you know what? Tiddles doesn't have a bad idea. We should maybe... Jaz looks down at her, like, brightly coloured clothes and her glowing sword, and is like, we should maybe be a bit less obvious.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a massive cloak out.
Subtle.
Less obvious.
A massive cloak out of the ladies who launch, and I'm also gonna have like a mask around my face.
Okay.
I'm just covering up as much as
This
possible.
could be
because I
like
know-
Star Wars space times where everyone seemed to wear cloaks there. No one went, that was weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I borrow some clothes? I don't have anything that's not gaudy and attention-seeking.
Oh, I just have this because I used to be in a cult for a little
Cool,
while.
not going to ask the question.
I did wonder what you did that summer.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, it was a crazy summer. I was basically revered as a god.
Cool. Well,
Yeah, sorry.
look, we've all tried it.
Yeah, you know.
Like I say, you've got to be in a cult at least one point in your life.
You haven't lived, really, if you haven't been in a cult for a little bit.
Well, I guess that's my summer plans sorted then. In the meantime, can I borrow a... Jaz looks so defeated as she says it. Turtleneck and a cardigan.
Juniper takes her by the arm and she's like, absolutely. And her wardrobe it's all secondhand. It's all turtlenecks, cardigans, a gilet, cargo pants, and then one like check patterned skirt that she owns in wool.
Ooh, she had a punk summer.
And no, it's awkward. It like lies
Oh,
sort
is
of
it a long-
shin length.
Yeah,
So it's not a full length and it's not a short, it's not above the knee.
She had a librarian summer.
She had a librarian summer.
Jaz looks so weird in a turtleneck.
But needs must.
It needs
Almost
must.
more conspicuous than a turtleneck. What is this woman doing in a turtleneck?
She pulls out. She's got some caps. She's got like fishing hats, like ball fishing hats and things like that.
God.
She hands you one. She's like, honestly, it keeps the cameras off your face.
I don't know if it's gonna fit over my hair.
I could plait it for you if you like.
Oh God. Sure.
Just take a seat.
Yeah.
She's going to brush your hair.
While you're doing that, she kind of catches her reflection and is like, "This is worse than Janet."
Who's Janet?
Somewhere out there, she's a woman who's found a new freedom
You lost alive.
and has some extraneous dog balls that she doesn't need.
Yeah, I think Juniper's going to just put on like a large coat with the collar turned up. and at the back, she sort of roots around for a while, and at the back of her wardrobe, she pulls out a large sun hat, and like with a large brim, and she kind of like puts that on, and it's got like some flowers on it, exotic tropical flowers around the rim. She kind of looks at you.
We've gone the really grim way about this. When it's occurred to me, we could have gone the really cyberpunk way about this, of like everything has facial recognition, so you need to like paint weird shapes on your face and have weird haircuts to avoid AI being able to recognize your face. But we were like, let's put on dreary clothes and sun hats.
We all give each other a fringe. It's really nice.
All right.
Contact lenses.
Well, yeah, disguises in hand, you grab the red line to the orange line and head over to the library. And when you get off the maglev train, you see there's a surprisingly large police presence around the library. Some of the windows have been smashed. And distantly, like you're still on the platform, you can see that your detective interest is down there, Jaz.
Did we find out the detective's name?
No. Why would I want her name?
Can I just say, out of character, can I just say, if her name isn't Janet,
oh my god,
you're missing a damn trick.
Yeah, I mean, she had a name, and now she has a different... Jen, cut this down. Make it seem like I'm the best storyteller in the world.
A wink?
You guys want me to, see if I can find anything out?
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
I'm dressed like you, Juniper.
I'm not sure she'll recognize.
Yeah, you're gonna look great. You look lovely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna...
It's practical. This jacket's waterproof.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm gonna hold my phone like I'm using it like a recorder, so that I maybe just look like a reporter or something who's, in around. I'm gonna try and duck in to the crowd and approach her without being super obvious about just like striding towards her.
Okay. So you're approaching the detective.
I sure am.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, she's just on the other side of a cordon, so you can get right up to her, but she's like talking to an officer and like directing him over to a different position, and she's stood by herself just looking at the library.
So I will get like right up next to her and be like, we really have to stop meeting like this.
Oh, hey, Jaz. Good to see you again.
Don't look at me right now.
Okay. I mean, I know. Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's a cool look.
Nope, it's not. We both know it's not.
It's super not. Yep. I know. I'm sorry that I lied to you.
Yeah. We're just going to pretend that that's not part of this whole situation.
Absolutely.
But listen.
So...
What's going on?
What's it to you?
I know someone who works here.
Police business? I technically shouldn't be fraternizing.
I know someone who works here. I want to know if they're safe. Is that a crime? If it is, then pretend I didn't say it.
Caring isn't a crime. Yeah, okay. A mercenary force came through here, smashed the place up, and yeah, they did kidnap someone that works here.
Librarian?
Yep. Pink hair?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you have any information that we could use to help find her? Do you know why these people might have been after her?
I kind of turn and look at Juniper and Tiddles in a sort of like calculating manner. So I try to work out what to tell this woman.
And Juniper, your phone goes off. You have a text.
Okay, I'd look at it.
And it says, quite formally, Juniper Poutine. I tried to be nice about this. I just wanted the information back. I'm done playing games. Bring the information to the Parliament building tonight, or I will kill your friend. Yours sincerely, Arboreal Engeltine.
Oh, fuck.
And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Hey! Drama.
Drama, baby!
Drama!
Oh, it's so much drama!
Oh,
What an episode!
Outro?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you for listening.
Thanks, I guess. Fuck off. Bye.
Get the fuck out of here. Game's over. All done. Thank you. Bye.
You've been listening to Roll Plus Heart, an actual play podcast with a secret emotional streak. This was the third episode in our 4-part miniseries based on the game system Thirsty Sword Lesbians by April Kit Walsh. Your GM was Sara Keep, and your players were Becs Watson as Jaz Vell, Helen Gaffney as Tiddles, and Jen Blundell as Juniper Poutine. Our music was composed by David Shaw. Music mixing and mastering was by Mark Anderson. You can get in touch with us on Twitter or Facebook at Roll Plus Heart. You can also email us at rollplusheart@gmail.com. Please do get in touch. I haven't heard another human voice in at least 25 minutes, and I'm getting lonely. If you're enjoying the show and want to help us out, please consider subscribing to the podcast. Another really helpful thing you can do is to leave us a written review or a star rating on iTunes or whatever app you use to listen to your podcasts. The fourth and final episode of this mini-series will be out on Wednesday, 2nd of March. After that, we'll be playing a couple of silly little one-shot games before our next mini-series. Stay tuned for more information closer to the time. Meet. We love you.
I wasn't expecting the show to get so emotional.
That's why you can't ask me to play things. At my heart, I'm always a deeply dramatic bitch.
I fucking love it. Like, my notes just go from, like, you get a note to meet at the night market at 10 a.m. and then my next note is the night market. And it's like, couldn't have possibly imagined any of that, and it was fantastic.
Are you literally having a meat break? Are you eating?
Yeah, I am having a meat break.
Nice.
It
is
good choice.
The only thing in my fridge right now. So.
Damn.